Hello everybody, this is Kimber with Gray Box Skincare. As you know, we're talking about skincare, right? Name says skincare, so we have to talk about it. So what we're going to talk about is a little bit more about skin cancer. I hate to do that to you guys, but we are coming to the end of summer and you got to know what to look for. I was in the car the other day with a friend of mine and she's pointing out different things and she's like, well, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. And she wisely said she's going to the dermatologist. So hats off to you. Go, Melissa. So we should all really do that. We shouldn't depend on something we can Google or even a YouTube video, but it should help us start talking about it. So you're going to see me off screen for just a little bit. We're going to be talking about skin cancer, the ABCDEs of skin cancer. You guys remember that from my first YouTube? Okay, I know it's been a while, but hey, stuff gets in the way. It's life, right? So let me draw you some things and then I will also put some links. There is the most cool video I have ever seen, I swear, about what a sunscreen does, how it looks with a UV camera. Super cool. I think you guys will really like that. But let's talk about, first of all, my bad drawing skills. Sorry, but it's my YouTube channel, right? So I'll have some fun with it. So let's talk about the ABCDEs of skin cancer. Okay, first of all, asymmetry, right? Are both halves the same? If they are, then we're going to find out, yes, they are the same. So if they are the same, that's a good sign, right? Asymmetry. Remember we talked about both sides being the half, both halves being the same. Sorry. All right. Borders. So if we were to draw one half of the border and it looked squiggly, different than the other half of the border, probably want to get that checked, right? So the two halves really should match. So asymmetry should match. B for borders. All right. I have another pin. I love all these pins. C for color. Now this one is really important. It might look okay on this part of it, but you might find that when you look at it, this one side has a completely different color, or it just looks a little bit angry for whatever reason. This was actually one of the things that was the cue to when my mom had melanoma. Don't know if I told you the story, so I'll jump in right now, I'll tell you the story. Took my mom to a dermatologist, leaned over her back and said, old people get those. And, you know, yeah, old people get those. I've got one of those myself. I'm not that old. Don't say that. So what I noticed though was the next thing we're going to talk about, which is diameter, but I noticed the color change. It just didn't seem right. Yes, the borders weren't good. Yes, the two halves didn't match, but it was really the color change that kind of kicked it out of my mind. And I thought, you know, I need to take this to a different doctor and get it checked out. Really glad I did. Stage 2, melanoma. So, you know, not bad on the other doctor, but just because people normally get those doesn't mean you shouldn't do a little more exploration, all right? So, asymmetry, border, color. Now let's talk about the diameter. They say if the diameter is larger than a pencil eraser, you should also get that checked out. So we all know how big roughly a pencil eraser is. So if we look at the diameter of it, is it kind of bigger than that? That's also a sign. Maybe all the other stuff is okay. That doesn't mean you should not get it checked out. You should absolutely get it checked out, okay? Got to take care of ourselves. Now this one's a little bit different. E for elevation, right? So elevation. I'll go back with my leaky black pen. Elevation. So if we're looking at the skin, is it just raised? Or if we're looking at the skin, is there a little bit of an impression there? Now, that may not be crazy, it may not be bad, but get it checked. What's it gonna hurt, right? So we've talked about asymmetry. Do both halves have the same look, the same size, the same everything? Are they together? Borders. Is one side more jagged than the other? The color. Does one half kind of look like a different color than the other? And then we're talking also about the diameter. Is it just bigger than the other stuff around it? Kind of, you look at the other sort of discoloration spots, whatever you want to call them. Does this guy look a little bit bigger than it should? And lastly, the elevation. Is it slightly below or is it slightly above the skin? All worth getting checked out. Now, if you were watching my YouTube last month, sorry, I know, totally behind, you remember that I said I was going to add C for change, okay? If it changes, get it checked. How hard is that? Call your doc up and go, hey, you know, took a picture or something. I want to bring the picture to you. I want to show you. I want to get your opinion. Document your body with your own camera. Everybody's got a selfie stick. Huh? So absolutely take good care of yourself. So again, check down below for some links. Again, there's a dermatologist I'm actually going to go to myself. I got a couple things going on my back. I thought they were pimples. If I had to take a second shot at it, I'd probably say maybe squamous cell carcinoma. You'll have to tune back in to see if I'm right. I'm putting my education and my reputation on the line here. I don't think they're just pimples. So anyway, we're going to check that out, and I will let you guys know how that goes. And if you happen to see my dog walking in, oh, that was Shadow. That's my Belgian Malinois, and he is a pound puppy. So I've had him for 3 years. He just likes to check on mommy and see what mommy's doing. So for those of you that have pound puppies, yay. Love your dogs. Love your skin. So this is Kimber from Graybox Skincare. Check out the YouTube channel. Make some comments. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up. I think you guys are going to be really excited. So can't wait to talk to you again. Take good care of yourself. Wear good sunscreen. Graybox Skincare.